Shalom, shalom, Israel, coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying. First off, giving all praise, all honor, all glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachai Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops, the great millstone, and all the teachers out there pushing this word in truth, with truth and sincerity. May you be of the elect. Shalom to all the Akim and Aqua out there listening and learning. You Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians, who are the true children of Israel, as well as you speckled bird, Israelite foreigners, the Israelites that look like, act like, and take on the customs of all these heathen nations. So to you, I say Shalom, and may you be of the elect. This lesson is brought to you by the Spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Yahweh being the true name of our Father, the God of the Bible, the God of the Israelites, Bahashem meaning in the name, and Yahushai being the only begotten Son of Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls by the name of JC. All right, and this lesson is stemmed off a video I was watching, and it was going into how the Rothschilds, the Rothschild, right, are have relations with the Epsteins. All right, and it's no surprise, right? That saying, "Birds of a feather flock together." Well, shit, those of their like tend to each other. Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. So, like, yeah. Khan, this is Sirach. Also, Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 27, verse 9. It says, "The birds will resort unto their like, so will truth return unto them that practice in her." All right, and I brought this out in particular because, again, I'm talking about, this wicked ass people on the face of the earth. God damn it. The Edomites, all right, the self-proclaimed so-called white people, all right, and the Epstein, for those that have been following along, what's going on with the Epsteins, right? Everybody on this island, right? They call it P/Doe Island, right? And a lot of atrocities have been happening on this place now. So not just them graping people, but also eating, right? They had the whole Pizzagate scandal, right? They're calling for code word for what they're doing to these people, right? Obviously deleting them and eating them, right? But they use the term of do you have any more of that jerky? Do you have any more jerky? What are you talking about? What's the big deal about fucking jerky? Well, we found out through a little bit of time of people doing the research, especially with the all the files and whatnot. They were deleting people and turning them into delectable foods, I guess you could say. All right, so they were making jerky with these people. Nonetheless, you have this other Edomite family. Everyone knows of them, right? There's the Rockefellers, but in this case, it's the Rothschilds, right? The Rothschilds. These people go all the way back to all these wicked ass banking families and whatnot. And they go on both sides of the war, the winning side and the losing side. Either way, they're gonna bank out. They're gonna make all this money. And these are the ones that are damn near trying to own every single world bank, right? They have pretty much all of them, just a few left. And those few left, where are all the troops looking for? Where are they fighting at, right? Or which one did they just recently take, right? Venezuela, right? And immediately after taking that, what do? They start shipping the oil to Israel, right? Nonetheless, this is their whole plan. This is a whole agenda, right? To take over all these banks, all right? And this way, they can control all the funds from everywhere, right? But that's not going to happen. The Lord is not going to let these people, get to the point where, they become so-called untouchable. No, they have a bound that they can't pass, right? And they're not gonna be able to attain to that. He's going to let them get to a certain point, right? Because we already understand that the MO to the T and the B has to happen, and the only way that happens is when they make the U.S. dollar bill obsolete, all right, and to where the only thing left is that digital transaction, you know. So even right now, for those that have bills and things like that, for instance, like myself, my bills come straight out of my bank account. And a lot of times, my you know, the work that I do, the people give me cash, right? So a lot of times, I gotta trade my fucking greenbacks for digitracks, if you can understand what I'm saying, right? I gotta turn my cash into electronic funds, you know. But point being, these are the people that's ahead of these things, right? And I say that to say this, right? This is going into what this lesson is about, and it's titled "The Rothchild/Epstein Family Ties," right? And this is Luke 12, and I'm gonna start at verse 2. It says, "For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known." Right? So all this stuff that's been happening all throughout these years. For instance, how we were getting lynched, okay, how we were getting hung, right? Calling us low hanging fruit, right? Because they would, and strange fruit, right? As a popular song, Nina Simone really made that song come to life, if you will. The way she sang that, she was singing with a lot of soul. But what else? With the KKK, what they've done to us, what the slave masters have done to us. See, they're proud. They left all kinds of records of this, but they didn't think that it would ever come to light, as far as being known across the world, let alone being known to the so-called Negroes, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians. Now, for those that were, there during these times, yeah, they knew about it, and of course, when they had families, what they would talk about it. But that's as far as it went. But there's actual documentation about all this, and these people never thought any of this was going to come to light. And just like these people, with the Epstein, they didn't think none of this was going to come to light. And for when it did come to light, well, they already had, authorities in their back pocket, perverting judgment, you know. But now it's to the point where everyone's got the internet, everyone's doing their own research. The government has pretty much made themselves, painted themselves to where nobody believes them anymore, because they've done so much bullshit and lied so much to where they're losing the narrative, right? They're losing control of their lives to the point where they can't even keep track. All right, let alone you got this whole thing that was happening with the Epstein files, right? And Nero 47. He's, yeah, we'll bring the files out and we'll read it. Oh, wait, hold on. Excuse me one second. What do you mean my name's on the files? Get rid of it. Distraction. War with Iran. Throw it out there. War with Iran. Shut the fuck up. Don't talk about my name on the list. War with Iran, right? Bread and circus. Keep you niggas nullified, man. Keep you off, keep the bloodhounds off the scent, is what they're trying to do. Right? And sure enough, after all this time, then they return the files, and Nero is no longer on the fucking list. His name has been redacted. Okay, thousands of times off this list, but everybody else on that motherfucker though. But your name just so happened to disappear. So because it disappeared, it was never on there. The whole time, these particular people, the Rothschilds and the Epsteins, have fucking ties. We're not gonna marvel at that, because we know, like that scripture that I just read, evil people gonna lurk to evil people. That's just what they do. Right? That's how they operate. That's how they scratching each other back. Right? If I'm eating, you eating, so to say. Oh man, that was a bad choice of words, but and I meant that as far as like, if I got it good, nigga, you got it good. If I'm up, nigga, you up. Right? And that's how these families are, especially the ones with that old money. Right? They think their houses are going to continue forever. So what they do, and when they get of age, they get the next up and coming member, the bank account numbers, right? Their routing numbers, whatever the case may be, and then let them know where all their estate is and such and such and such. So that money rolls over, right? It doesn't go anywhere; it just stays within the family, right? They bring them up on this, right? They bring them up like this, right? They train up their children to understand and know all these things, okay? But nonetheless, they didn't think that this stuff was going to come out in the open. Yahweh Shemel Shai is marvelous. Everything is going to come to light. Everything. Why do you think this devil was coming down with great wrath? Revelation 12 and 12. He know he got a short time left. Especially with all this shit coming out. This nigga is panicking. Even right now with the whole war situation. He ain't going to be able to hold that. We already know that through the scriptures. Right? He's not going to win. He's not going to be a victorious man, right? And think that they're going to continue to be in rulership. It's not happening, man. Okay? So again, Luke 12 and 2, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Therefore, whatsoever you have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear in closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetops. This man wrote all these damn emails, right? Leaving all kinds of paper trails. So he thought it was secured, right? And at once upon a time it was. Look how many fucking years this guy had been getting away with this shit. How many people have been deleted over, the time that this whole island started? Or people getting raped. And nobody was believing them back then because it wasn't the internet wasn't like that. So nobody really knew. The only people that knew any of that were the ones that was getting these things done to them and the ones that were doing these things to them on the island. But everybody was hush, hush, hush. But now you got all kinds of hackers. You got all kinds of people that's, got a price tag. And I say that because obviously somebody leaked this information. Somebody leaked. You give me how much? Shit, done deal, nigga. Say less. Say less. Here you go. Here's all the information on this zip drive. Give my money. They could get the money. He get 2 blocks down the street. Beep beep. Oh, this nigga done offed himself in the back of the head. Why did he commit suicide? Right? And this is how these people operate, man. But all this is coming to light. It has to. This man has to be revealed. All right? The son of perdition. He has to be revealed. This is Isaiah 29 and 15. It says, woe, right? Woe meaning destruction. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. And their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us? And who knoweth us? Right? The fucking Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Epsteins, the Gettysburgs, the DuPonts, right? Morgan Chase, all these important, big, infamous names. All of them run in circles with each other. All right? Look at the people with certain tax brackets. They don't hang out with people with, making 20 to 50,000 a year, $50 to $70,000 a year. These people hanging out with fucking millionaires and billionaires. They hang out with their likes. Okay? And you got wicked ass people in power. Who you think they're gonna run with? They're not gonna run with people that are righteous. They're gonna run with more people that are like them. Why you think men and Lord can't be friends with niggas in the world? Because we ain't the same kind of spirit. Right? We don't have that same type of spirit. What fellowship with righteousness with unrighteousness? What fellowship with light to dark? All right. We don't roll like that. Right. We prefer each other. And if I'm back in my town, I stay in the fucking crib. I go where I gotta go, get what I gotta get, and I'm back in the fucking crib, man. I don't care to hang out with no fucking body around here, bro. They ain't in the spirit. They don't know the names. They don't care to know the names. They don't care to know nothing about the scriptures. Fuck them. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? I don't deal with none of these people. I stay my ass in the fucking crib like a goddamn monk. You know? Just patiently waiting for Yahushua to come back and start wrecking shop. Lord willing, I could be a mighty man because I got a few people on my fucking list. You know what I'm saying? All right? But that's how these people, they think like, oh, we're not going to be found out. We own the police departments. We own all the news, the broadcasting channels. We own it all. No one's gonna know anything. Just like they thought it was gonna be under wraps, as far as Iran blowing the fuck out of Tel Aviv. They thought that was gonna be under wraps. No, nigga, no. Everybody's seeing this. Everybody gonna see everything. Just like when it's time for America to get deleted, everybody gonna see that. Oh shit, what she do? this bitch did everything. That's why she gonna die. Okay. Micah 2 and 1 and 2. Woe again, destruction to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Who does that? The wicked elites. Where do you think they have these summit meetings? All right. Why do you think they have the Bilderberg group? All right. Why do you think they have such heavy surveillance and cameras and guards when they have these meetings? I mean, heavily fortified, several layers before you get to the inside. And if you get to the inside, you was on the fucking list to be on the inside. And they probably do a goddamn biometrics, to make sure you the right person and all that. I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised at all. That's the whole point of biometrics for extra security, is it not? You see? But that's how these people operate. And they think, who gonna see what they doing? Who's gonna know? And so when they get up, nigga had 14 hours of sleep. Just partied his ass off the night before. Right? All these fucking supermodels and shit. And they wake up, tell them all them hoes to get lost, bring in their fucking squad, and they sit down and have a fucking meeting. Ordo ab chaos, Latin for order out of chaos. Okay? This is what they do. The C-19 that happened not too long ago. Guess what? Orchestrated. Everything that these people do is orchestrated. You sick right now? Orchestrated. How? What they do with the fucking air. Chemtrails and shit. Right? Polluting the air, polluting your fucking food, polluting the water, polluting, your fucking hair products, your deodorant products. Give you fucking breast cancers and shit. This nigga weaponized every fucking thing. And then they sit there, see, Lord, see, look, they going off. They eating pork, they doing all this and that. This man weaponizes every fucking thing, man. Right? And that's what they do. This is what they do. Why? Because he was blessed with the sword. Esau was blessed with a sword and to take peace from the earth. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's doing exactly what his blessing is about. All right? So there's no mistake as to who the wicked is ruling the earth. Job 9:24. There's no mistake. But you still got these fucking niggerlights in the world that's going to hold Esau's hand and give him all the praise and glory and extol him to the fucking clouds because they think he's the man. Right? Not knowing the whole time this nigga is the basest of men. And the Lord going to fuck his ass up when he get back, man. Micah 2 and 2. It says, and they covet fields. Did they just not just do that with fucking Venezuela? During Operation Desert Storm, Operation Iraqi Freedom, and so on and so forth. Did they not go over there and covet fields? Where's the weapons of mass destruction? Why are you over here guarding poppy fields? Oh, that's right. Because it's poppy fields, right? Future drogues money. Okay? Because they know they can make big money off that. Right? This man, he finds opportunities because he's very opportunistic, and it will take your shit. If you don't willingly give these things to Esau, this nigga gonna find a way to take your shit. And he gonna proudly do it. You know? Micah 2 and 2 again, it says, and they covered fields and take them by violence. Again, let's go back to the goddamn Venezuela. The most recent event. Right? Took that shit and right away took the fucking oil reserves and giving that shit to the fucking vampires in Israel. And now the whole thing with Iran, all right, over there blowing shit down. You know, you got United States helping Ukraine with Russia, United States helping Israel, and let's face facts. If the American troops, right, the American government with the military didn't help Israel, Israel got their ass whooped long fucking time ago. Israel like the little fucking annoying little brother, all right, going around picking on people, and then when a nigga turn around and say, "Leave me the fuck alone," right? These other countries, Israel, I'm gonna get my big brother. You're gonna be sorry. Here come America, looking ass, you know, stepping in, you know, being the world's 9/11, right? 911 emergency. You know, someone's messing with. Can you help us? Yeah, we'll help you. And after we help you, we're gonna take your resources. But yeah, we don't. I mean, we don't really need your help on that level. Yeah, well, we gonna help you on that level, and we gonna take your shit because y'all need democracy. That's what America does, man. Micah 2 and 2, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Look what they did to the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians. Took all our shit, left us with nothing. All right? And this man claimed he did it all. Look at these CEOs and XOs and whatnot. None of these motherfuckers deserve to be on top at all. They ain't do none of that shit. They got this shit by rape, rob, and murder. That's how the land was got. Exactly by that. Look at all the treaties that they both broke with the Native Americans. What happened to them? They were fucking all over in the United States, man. They were of a plenty. Now they are of a few. Blankets with smallpox, broke the treaties, right? Slaughtered the fuck out of them. Had the nerve to call the Gadites savages when they were the ones being the savage. Ain't that a bitch? And then so fucking Gad didn't get over on them, right? Because they feared that Gad was gonna mount up and get on them. They said, "Oh, let's be friends. Let's all be friends and have Thanksgiving." So after Gad showed these fuckers how to farm and how to hunt, right, and how to survive in the winter in the land, these motherfuckers slaughtered them, killed them. Thanks for showing me how to get down. Now y'all gotta go. That's how these fuckers roll, man. You don't think they got a recompense coming to them? Oh yes, they do. They got a great recompense coming to them. Hallelujah. All right, and then, again, look what they did to us. You seen the movie fucking Roots? That nigga was said, "Nah, I'm Kunta. Nigga, I'm Kunta Kinte. What the fuck you talking about? I'm Kunta." And they just kept beating his ass till he finally, okay, my name is Toby. That's what they did to us, man. They beat us till they destroyed us, till we would submit, all right, and be docile, right? Be dumbed down and weakened to their level, so they can rule over us. Because they know that we naturally stronger than them. They know that we smarter than them. But they had to dumb us down, right? And destroy us and beat the fuck out of us. Now you got a lot of us in love with their oppressors, man. Well, I don't want to go to heaven if Derek can't go. Well, fuck you and Derek. Both of you motherfuckers could die. Hold hands, skipping down the fucking street when the missiles come. Bitch. Fuck Derek, nigga. Fuck these Edomites. Right? Because if you had some understanding, you would know that this is not your friend. Right? You will be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. Your enemies, motherfucker. We are behind enemy lines. This is not our place. This is not our rest. This ain't our home. We were brought here. We were stolen and brought here and put under vigorous work, man. Just like in Egypt, ancient Egypt, we were brought into the new Egypt and under strict bondage again with ships. Fucking dumbass people, man. When I first heard that scripture, it immediately made sense. For those that took so-called African American history class, it should have made sense. Should have made sense to you then. Well, maybe not then, but once you get some understanding about who the Israelites are, you go back to the days when you was in school for so-called African American history class. Ta-da! Link the shit up. Makes sense now. I used to always, like, how the fuck, poof, we just end up on slave ship, but they don't say none of that happened before that. Just on slave ships during the transatlantic slave trade and brought to the Americas. Never told you how many bodies was killed, on the way over here. None of that. And here it is. It's all in the scriptures. Oh, and that's right, because they didn't want the Negroes, the Hispanics, the Native Seminole Indians to read the Bible. Because we would have figured out what the fuck was going on. Just like Nat Turner was figuring it out. But his ass jumped the gun and tried to start a revolution. He got his ass destroyed, got killed. And then these motherfuckers ate him. Why did they eat him? Because they know he's an Israelite and they know he's a son of God. So they figured, well, if we eat him, then we can get godlike powers too. That's how simple these fucking monsters are, man. But you want to hold hands with it. Fuck Esau, man. This is Psalm 64:8. It says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Look what's happening now. Look what's happening now. All right? That's how proud these Edomites are. They're so fucking proud that they boast everything that they do. To the point now, shit, we know that Epstein's and the Rothschilds rock together. All right? And we see now that the curses are falling upon the Edomites to the point where the so-called Jewishes, the tiny tops, okay, their counterparts, shall I say other Edomites, are looking at them sideways now. Ready to put hands on their ass now. Because people now seeing that they are not the people of the Lord. They don't even show themselves to be, people of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But the world is seeing who is. The world is seeing who put themselves on the line, all right, as a man of the Lord should be, making themselves a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You see? The world is seeing that now. But because of that, the small headers and the rest of the elites are going to put things in place to where we can't teach no more. Otherwise, we're anti-Sem. Even though it should be Shem, anti-Shem etic. But whatever, They make up their own words. They made up a lot of things, just like they're fucking Yiddish nonsense. Okay? But the point being, they had to do these things to cover up their lies, right? To make the whole world think that they were a somebody when they're a nobody. These motherfuckers are banned from how many fucking countries? Like 130 countries damn near? Why y'all banned? What's going on? Because you fucking nasty heathens. And you murderous bastards, man. And nobody fucking likes you. Nobody likes you, Brad. Go home. Fucking A, bro. Such a fucking party pooper. Right? Nobody likes you, man. Nobody likes you fucking Edomites, man. Especially the male Edomites. Especially. Because we like you bitches. We'll take you bitches. But we don't fucking like you, Brad. Right? Everywhere you go, you fuck shit up. And then you take a piece of turd off the ground, paint the shit gold, and sell it. That's how your shit operates, man. It's garbage. Everything you do is fucked. Every product you make is fucked. Made for obsolescence. Because you want more and more and more. You insatiable bastard. Alright? But that's these people, man. Right? Ain't shit gonna stay buried. It's all coming out. And because it's all coming out, that's why this devil is coming down with such great wrath. Because he know he got a short time left. And he gonna pull out all the stops. If I'm going down, damn it, y'all going down with me. That's his mindset. Like that fucking scene off Die Hard. The nigga went off the cliff. He said, if I'm going over, I'm pulling your ass over too. Nigga, if I gotta die, you gonna die too. That's how they operate, man. Right? That's why you can't go to parties with these Edomites neither. You go to a party with Jake, hey cuz, who all over there? Oh shit, you know, Ray, Pookie, Mama, you know. Shit like that. You go to a party with Brad, hey, who's all over there? Brag, I'm like, oh, shit, Jared Adams, Greg Velcher. This nigga say the whole shit. He got your whole government name all. And he gonna name everybody at the party. Fuck that. You can't do nothing around them, man. They gonna tell the whole lit. Alright, but that's what they do. That's how they operate. You know? But that was pretty much the point, man. These devils are getting exposed every fucking day, man. By the prophets. Right? The prophets. Because Yahweh Shema Shai gave us that spirit to go out and teach and put these niggas on blast. Every given moment. Yeah, if you in the truth, you should have no problems coming up with lessons. Look at all the stuff coming out. Look at everything coming out. How are you having a problem making a lesson? Anyway, I pray this was edifying. Right? I'm giving all praise, all honor, all glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Akwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops, the great millstone, and all the teachers out there pushing this word in truth with truth and sincerity. May you be of the elect. Stay prayed up. Repent, abad, babal. Kwam Rasharallah, Shalom.